Hello, I'm Melissa Dudley. I'm the founder of Libby's Haven for Senior Canines. It's named after my first senior dog, whose name was Liberty, and we called her Libby. And she was at the New Hampshire Humane Society and was in a hoarder situation, so we took her in. Since then, we've had many senior dogs come through our program.
Hi, I'm Janine, and I'm a volunteer at Libby's Haven for Senior Canines. About 9 years ago, I was looking on Pet Finder for another dog to go. I had one dog at the time, and I decided I wanted an older dog because I just love dogs, and the older ones, I just can't believe it. Anybody could ever give up an older dog. And I found Homer and Melissa, who runs Libby's Haven, and I still have Homer today. He's the biggest joy of my life, and he was only 5, so he wasn't that old, but that sort of started the ball rolling. I realized that older dogs was just the thing in my life I was going to have the most passion about. So after Homer, I was always in touch with Melissa, and I helped at a few volunteer events. After Homer, we adopted another dog, Clarence, who only lived for a year, unfortunately, and then we adopted Denver. And the joy of having an older dog is just unbelievable. They're so loving, and they seem so grateful for just any love you can give them, that I'd have 100 if I could. And I try, and I live in Portsmouth, so I don't get to volunteer as much as I'd like to, but when I do, I want to come home with every dog. I just love them, and I think that they have such big hearts and such sweet faces that anybody would adopt a puppy, but to adopt an older dog, I think, is just the best thing you could possibly do. And Melissa and Libby's, thank God for organizations like hers, because I just think, what would we do without older dogs, and what would they do without us? So I don't know, I think it's just the best kind of organization, and I would love to have one myself. I'd love to have a bigger house with a bigger yard and 20 more older dogs if I could.
Our adoption process is that we will have people fill out an application. We do reference checks, including personal and vet references, and we do a home visit before any adoption is final. People can meet our dogs at different events, or we can set up an appointment for them to meet them.
Hi, my name is Dave, and we've adopted a couple dogs from Libbys over the years, and we just like the older dogs. They're a lot more affectionate, and they're a little bit easier to train than a new puppy, and everybody needs a good home. So who could say no to this face?